One of the powerful tools in MBMax 64 is the beam angle test, also known as the performance test. This will quantify what your expected uncertainty is by beam angle for your complete multi-beam system. Let's run an example to show you how to compute your beam angle test. For our performance test, once we've created that reference XYZ, we're going to run two lines. I did mine kitty corner over top of that system. But the whole key for the performance test is we want to compare it using the same matrix that we used when we created that reference surface. So I'm going to go back to my matrix settings under my read parameters and make sure that I use the same matrix file. I'm not going to auto size it. Say OK. And OK, we'll recompute the beam calculations, and now you can see my reference area, the reference matrix, and my two survey lines that I'm going to use to check the performance of my multi-beam system. I'm going to do a very good job editing, which I've done a pretty good job already. And then under Tools, tell it to do the beam angle test. The beam angle test is going to ask me to load that reference surface that we created in the first phase. There's a separate video on how to do that. And then it will generate statistics by each beam angle. So your 20 degree from nadir, 25, 30, 35, 40. Where the circles are your 95% confidence. And here, it's under 20 centimeters all the way out to 75 degrees. That's a very well-behaved system. And then the X's are my mean bias between my check lines and my reference surface. And those are staying pretty close to zero all the way out. At 70 degrees they hop up, and then 75 degrees even more. Probably I could do a little bit better job editing those outside beams, but typically they'll be a little noisier on the outside. You'll normally see this line trend upwards, and at 45 degrees usually shoot up, and 65 degrees take off even more. But this is an excellent result for your performance test. To get details, you can go to angletest.txt, and then it will give you a statistical summary for every 5 degree beams with the maximum outlier, the mean difference or the depth bias, the standard deviation, and the 95% confidence. And then for each beam, it will tell me what the angle is, the number of samples in the test, and what the maximum outlier and mean difference was. So with this, I'd be pretty justified going out there and surveying out to 65, 70, 75 degrees with this system.